I can never believe these things actually get here. You know, you work and work and work, and then it happens. I'm so excited. Anyway, I just love this room. Isn't this beautiful?
Yes, it's wonderful.
And it's a real restaurant with real food. So everyone, eat, drink, be merry. This is our room. We're going to have a party. I actually might do the show again at 9:30 because we couldn't fit everybody. So just stay again if you want to. But maybe 9:30, 9:45. I'm going to do an instant replay. So just to let you know, come or go or whatever. Anyway, tonight is very exciting because some of you who come to hear me know that I'm very picky about my material. And I like to do original, interesting, special things that, I sort of felt after my 4,000th standard that, I was not doing myself a service, since you've all heard Ella and everybody do the same stuff a million times. So, my director, John Znidarsic, who works all over town and knows writers all over the place, the best writers in the world, gets me material, and he introduced me to a gentleman named Nicholas Levin. And all the music you're going to hear is by Nicholas tonight, and most of the lyrics, not quite all, but most of the lyrics. So I'm not going to make him stand up yet, but at the end, we'll vote. Okay. So, just to get started, I think you'll find the material is very varied, and Nicholas is a very versatile writer. But some of you who come to hear me know that I can't do an act without obsessing about my relationships. So just to get it completely over with, I'm going to start at the end. I was sorting through our home movies when inspiration struck. Overly long and meandering, they could use a nip and tuck. But I won't break tradition, I've thought this through, and under the rubric of Spielberg and Kubrick, I'll do what the big-ticket Hollywood directors do. I'm making some revisions and omissions where they're due, just to give the narrative more zip. Our saga needs some shaping, and I'm just the gal. I'm making the director's cut of our relationship. I'll emphasize each highlight while I weed out every low. Those visits to your parents' place, snip. All part of this game of filmic tic-tac-toe. I'm making the director's cut of our relationship. Is it right that I should rewrite our story? That I alone should wield the pen? To you it's transitory, some boring allegory. No, I'm the one who'll sit through it again. I'll play with a perspective to reflect your point of view. Your motivation reads as strangely flip. It's almost like you wanted just a cameo. It's yours in the director's cut of our relationship. And here's where I'm gonna just fast forward. The day you packed up and moved away. It plays way too dramatic. I was after cinematic, not cinema verite. Say it's a con, rendering our denouement so hazy. Go on and call me crazy, like a fox, a true Am I loud enough?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Okay. No, it's such a different sound when you rehearse with chairs and everything. And then you rehearse with bodies in the room, and all of a sudden the sound is completely different. I'm lost already. Oh my God. Speaking of sex. Men kan l'amour with Jane or Mary. And trying to approach that is okay. But some pursue path more solitary. Yes, my kind of guy studied love in a different way. I want a man who's self-taught. A gentle wedded alone, who worked himself to a peak and learned to love his physique, better value my own. Cause when a man is self-taught, homeschooled, and that's that, it's guaranteed that he'll pass, the only one in his class, his bell curves flat. I have a jackpot textbook blarney in which the Don Juan's traffic, my summa cum curriculum is national pornographic. Cause when a man is self-taught, I have no problem with that. He's learned the bulk on his own, now only needs to be shown how to step up to bat. So if you've been self-taught, come down off that shelf, cause there's no need to fret. Heck, you're the teacher's pet. And maybe I'll get taught a thing or two myself. Relationships, sex, whatever. Checking off the list here. I want to hold you in my arms for just a little while. I want to feel you close and know the dreams come true. I want to sing and dance and shout, at last I know what love's about. And I can tell the world that I'm in love with you. I want to keep you in my life as long as life may last. So always be the person you were meant to be. Just know if ever things get rough, or if you feel you've had enough, you'll find the love you need right here at home with me. And we'll never count the years. We'll never shed the tears that some ordinary lovers seem to do. Not me and you. Love is ours at last, and we'll never count the years. We'll never shed the tears that some ordinary lovers seem to do. Not me and you. I want to hold you in my arms for just a little while. I want to tell the world that I'm in love. I know That's going to be all right, Michael.
Do my remarks.
Better get on this again. All right. Well, we have to do a Christmas song to usher in the season. I want another walk beside that frozen lake, the sound of caroling and sleigh bells while the cookies bake. Perfect Yuletide bliss, another Christmas. The way our world lit up as winter cast its spell, without a hint it was to be our first and last Noel. All the things I miss, another Christmas. There'll be time enough for getting over you, but this year fill my stocking up with déjà vu. So cue those candy canes and strains of Silent Night, and don't leave out a single trick of bittersweet delight. Some firelight for two, some love and gingerbread, and then I want to do it all again. Another Christmas, another Christmas, another Christmas with you. This next number, Nicholas wrote with, the lyrics are by a woman named Marcy Heisler, who's actually a very successful and wonderful writer. And I have to say, I read this song and I felt like it was written for me. I guess Marcy must have been my twin years ago. It's got my past, my present, my future. It's about me, and let's just pretend it was written for tonight, okay? It's a little, maybe a little too much reality. I don't know, you'll let me know. It's very hard to be an actress, so everybody said, do you really want to get into that line? Choose something normal, something steady, much more humble, much less heady. The community theater, believe me, will suit you just fine. An actor's life is crazy, or so I told myself. And so it came to pass, I took those dreams inside my head and gently, safely placed them on the shelf. But just once I'd like to feel the crowd around me. Just once I'd let the spotlight blind my eyes. Just once I'd let go all the things that ground me and remember what it's like to be more crazy, be less wise. I'd have a suitcase full of music. I'd have a trunk load full of scenes. I'd get to drive into the moment, not know what safe or plan B means. I'd go dizzy from the choices of the people I could be. Cinderella, Blanche, or Alice, or Aldonza, or Morales, or Mama Rose, or anyone but me. I have a friend who's in the theater. She tends bar an awful lot. And when she comes to my apartment, she reminds me what I've got. And she envies me my comfort, and she envies me my view. And she tells me I was smart, and deep down I know it's true. No more nights spent waiting tables, acting classes, cattle calls. No more dance steps I can't master, running up and down the halls. I'm a whiz at advertising and the cubicle's my stage. So who cares if at some moments I am feeling twice my age? But oh, there's that paycheck. Nobody expects you to do it for free, but more than a paycheck. There are so many benefits, where to begin? Vacation and sick days and health club thrown in. The bonus at Christmas that you can deposit to buy one suit you can stuff in your closet. Just once I'd let the music guide my spirit. Just once I wouldn't try to drown it out. Just once I would admit that I still hear it and admit that it's a risk. But isn't that what life's about? And I would feel that sweet connection just once. I'd let the spotlight blind my eyes. Just once I'd finally take my own direction. Throw caution to the winds, screw the safety, choose the art. Well, it wasn't meant to happen, but is it such a sin to be happy, but to need the chance to see what might have been? Just once, just once. Jen's clapping his arm.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
I want to do it again.
It's a good thing I'm not depending on him for noise.
Not bad.
Okay, so did I mention that one of the perks of my life is I get to travel, right? I got to go to Philadelphia for 48 hours. The worst hotel in Philadelphia.
No, I had the worst one.
Yeah? This was the Sheraton and,
I had a Sheridan in Charlotte.
worst.
The Sheraton's
That's cheap.
But,
The Sheraton's
no, it was on Arch, Race, I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, it was terrible. They didn't wake me up in the morning. So, anyway. It was terrible. You know, the perks of the job, you have to be at market research at 6 a.m. Anyway, so one of the perks of my life as it is I get to travel. So this song is about that. Made a southern sojourn, left the land up north, to the home of friends, I ventured forth. Feared I'd face privation, till they set me in a chair and offered some libation. But they offered me and 12 cappuccino in Alabama. Never thought I'd see the day. Lily white foam, thick as cotton. How it gotten out that way. And I went dotty to spot biscotti, spread out on a magnolia laden tray. Cappuccino in Alabama, for stuff has come a long, long way. Ah, sweet southern nectar, got the Lord to thank for making cappuccino nearly all they drank. But I won't die a gift in the mouth. Won't ask them folks what's doing, what's brewing down south. Cappuccino in Alabama. watching the camellia sway with a splash of salt and comfort. Dixie's up and gone your way. Despite that down-home panorama, why it seems so recherché. Cappuccino in Alabama, for the South has come a long, long way.
Cappuccino.
Made a song, so John left the band on the
Really what's on?
home of friends of friends.
How I got
that way. You must join me, mi bambino. Avanti, andiamo, go today. Such fine repose, stars fell from rose. From Tuscaloosa to the Tallapoosa, Alabama's number one day. Yes, the South has come a long, long way. Cappuccino, ale. Okay, how did you come up with that? Okay, you couldn't help us.
True story.
Oh my God. Okay, well, we knew who was going to come tonight, and I knew that I had some friends coming who were very fond of their pets. And we surmised, I love that word, surmised, that if most of my friends took a poll, took a vote, they would say the world would be a much better place if the animals were walking around free and the people were on leashes. You agree? Yes. I knew I would get some. Okay. So that's what this next song is about. And who better to take the lead than the king of cats, Paul Katz? So I'm just going to back him up on this.
Other cats are free to cruise, choose their own direction. Brooklyn to Bali, the world's their alley of perfection. Wish I could walk a mile in their shoes. I'm a cat on a leash, a kitty under lock and key. Folks drop grocery bags in shock to see a cat like me. Yeah, cat on a leash, on all fours and on display. When this bridle hits my stride, this bridle says no way. People love their freedom even as they clip my wings. They'll take space enough to swing a cat, just not a cat that swings. I sing ba da 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 da. I gotta sing my song. Ba da 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 da. Turns out I'm singing wrong.
You're a cat on a leash. Turn that crooning racket down. Cats were meant to meow and purr, not wake the whole damn town.
But sometimes when the streets lay dark and the rooftops glisten, a melody floats up, I love those notes up. Entranced, I listen. I hear from far away, so far away, so far away. As if to say I'm a cat on a leash. Yes, there are others just like me,
Proud of our exclusive breed, a very rare and special breed, until we're free. The show goes on when you're on a cat leash.
capiche?
Sometimes I sit in silence and watch my thoughts roll by like a night train on a silver track, rolling by then rolling back, with images of old from stories I've been told. A shadow figure boards the train as we hustle through the sky. He takes his seat across the aisle and touches me with a knowing smile. And my wild affairs unfold, dark secrets never told, on the night train, on the night train. He's the ghost of love that used to be, the best of lovers past. He does the things that pleasure me, I never have to ask. On the night train, on the night train. He's gone before the night train slows and stars have quit the sky. He leaves behind a velvet rose, and he knows the me nobody knows. And he calls out through the cold, no secret should be told, on the night train, on the night train. He does the things that pleasure me, I never have to ask. On the night train, on the night train. Sometimes I sit in silence and watch my thoughts roll by. So I know there are a lot of people here that go to theater a lot. Some probably some of you don't, but some of you do. So this song is about a certain playwright who's very, very popular and does very well. And he sort of, it's hard to explain it, he sort of walks the edge when it comes to civilized language. His name is David Mamet. So this is sort of, I would say this was advice to young writers, do you think? Folks in modern society pass on theater artistry, so to win their hearts you must never quote works that any old-timer wrote. You must know well what today is seen upon the stage and the movie screen. It isn't Pinter or Beckett, but talk like them and you'll sound like a schmuck. But the guy who trumps them all with his catalog of choice words is the guy with pride we call the king of all of them choice words. Rush up, you mammoth, start quoting him now. Rush up your mammoth, and goddammit, you will wow. If you want your acclaim to accrue, you have to make with me up yours and screw you. Voice like a Glenn, Gary Glenn, some like you got Tourette syndrome and then some. Fortune and fame's in the bagness. Just say, don't wag the dog, buddy, wag this. Rush up your mammoth, and you'll speed the blast. Right. Brush up your mammoth, start quoting him now. Brush up your mammoth, and goddammit, you will wow! If your speech is redundant and spastic, they will say, oh my god, that's fantastic! Though there's nary a smidgen of sonnet, still your lap will have pigeon upon it. Any putz who can see this stuff's manna is a rat bastard asshole-iana! brush up your mouth, and you'll speak the laugh.
Brush up your Shakespeare.
Who's that?
He's the clown that's boinking that Stratford on Avon lady.
Oh, thanks, numbnuts.
Don't mention it.
Though things change, you're as good as untouchable. An American buffalo and such a ball. Hell, if they're not impressed, they can cram it. But for us, it's wham bam, thank you, man it. So if taste has your mouth stuck, unbuckle it, or they won't give a fuck.
Or a fucklet.
Brush up your mallet, and you'll speed the cloud.
Why, I ought to.
And you'll speed the cloud.
So's your mom.
And they'll all kowtow up yours.
These you guys in showbiz.
So, aren't you gonna say wham bam thank you man it forever now? Right? What are we doing? Oh my God.
You say that every time you look over.
I know. When life is failure and disappointment and happiness shows you the door, you're playing a losing hand, but brother, strike up the band and come back for more. Though it's a false start, snafus and screw-ups, with few ups and downturns galore. Is that some awful curse? Can't matters still get worse? Yes, come back for more. You're gonna fail till you put yourself back in the race. Go on, exhale, 'cause a new door flies open every time another slams in your face. So when it's upsets, feastings, and dear Johns, it's a clear John, a semaphore. It's just an awful stretch. Don't plant your rump and kvetch. Yes, come back. Yes, come back for more. Give up every ounce of misgiving and dread. Arise and return to the living, even though those jokers left you for dead, left you for dead. So give me snake bite, feastings and stop signs on top of the hoodoo de jour. When Lady Luck wears a frown, that's when you must double down. And baby, if it rains, let it pour. Yes, come back. Yes, come back for more, for more, for more. Can we have a big hand for Mr. Nicholas Levin?
Oh,
Mr. Nicholas Levin. The most brilliant composer. For my director, John Znidarsic, who knows that he's the best director, actress director, the best director. Mr. Paul Katz, and to the best audience in the history of civilization. So when they're ringing that final curtain, don't whisper farewell, shout encore. You gotta soldier on until you're good and gone, until they flash that final score. So come back, Shane, come back! Come back, little Sheba. Come back for, please, sir, I want some more. Nicholas wrote for the USO. When a child is born into this world, will his life be his to choose? Will her will be free? You can guarantee what we can't afford to lose. And from a higher ground, they can spread their wings, sail aloft in flight unbound to that bright horizon that tomorrow brings. Take us to that higher ground. Brother to brother, valor at hand. When liberty's threatened, united we stand on a higher ground, and our freedom's safe and sound, and our thanks are due to the people who put us on that higher ground. Yes, on a higher ground, we can spread our wings, sail aloft in flight unbound, and our thanks are due to the people who put us on that higher ground. Take us to that higher This is actually my cue to exit, but I decided not to. I have a little surprise for Nicholas. There is a number that I had done a few songs of his before, and that's how I fell in love with the music and decided I wanted to do a whole evening of his music. And there's one number that I didn't do last week. I didn't rehearse, and I got so many requests last week that John said, "Why don't you dig it out and you'll do it with the music?" So I'm going to try it.
So she dug it out.
It's a little bonus. It's like a video game. You get a little extra bonus.
Well, that's at 9 o'clock you dug it out, right?
Well, my apartment is in shambles and it's buried. I couldn't find the music. It's a long story.
Sure.
Can you hear me? This is a hands-free number. When I set out to marry, I vowed that I would vary my choices, so I searched from sea to sea. In fact, I sampled nearly every nationality, but Spaniards didn't set my heart to panic. Nor Nords, nor Dutch, and such, and soon determined. The man for me turns out to be Germanic. And so she ain't left out, y'all, that means German. He's my rootin' tootin' tootin', ain't slugger highfalutin', my rootin' tootin' tootin', and him and me and my sis Melba's gonna homestead on the Elba. I love my rootin' tootin' tootin' man. I'm Dooley Burr when my spirit's sagging, we'll ride to town in our covered Volkswagen. I worked up and down the trail, I right now eating on a Fraulein. I love that rootin' tootin' tootin' man. But getting to him took some time. I went through more bows than a trigger had me in on any shtetl to be my Hansel's Gretel. I want a rootin' man. House in the barrel house, while I do the garden, and then he goes kids in our kindergarten. If a gal's still eating grits will get a taste of Wiener Schnitzel, she'll want to get herself a two-tone chew. Alfredo was Italian and bucked just like a stallion. How he knew how to give my heart a 10. Yeehaw! But he ate too much Stromboli and got over it. Not rootin' tootin' like my two-tone man. I want a two-tone, not a two-ton man. I started with the finish, but that it soon diminish. And poles? Why, no one's ever asked if I've been poled. I swear I passed like Loman, though in Rome I did a Roman, but like Eskimos, they all just left me cold. Oh, I adore the way he draws them funny-looking bees, and the way he always makes those little faces by putting them two tiny dots over his boobs. And there is a certain sense of security a girl gets, knowing she's married into the master race. So, for my part, I pledge to use my strudel and see to it that our home is kept up in an October festive manner. My rootin' tootin' as nerdy as Rasputin, my rootin' tootin' man. Standing for Hegel for dandy, but not nearly as cow-handy as my rootin' tootin' man. On the Danube we'll bring the clan and search for gold with a parts pan. Then we'll float him like a zephyr to some heifer, hoss and pepper. I'm gonna feed my rootin' man. But I weren't so quick to learn my lesson. I always did take a liking to them suede types. Jean-Claude was a Frenchman who traveled with his henchmen, but I was just too blind enough to see. Still, I should have smelled the stench when I heard from Jacques the henchman. Jean was rather fond of Jacques' wee-wee. Maybe my whole problem is just really because them dirt farmers are acting all ladylike. I had to try a real man, a red, white, blue, and steel man. And the cups of Kentucky were my source. Well, Zeke made me delirious, but I couldn't take him serious because his sister never gave him a divorce.